Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it,
It's fine. I'm not that busy. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better.
Yes, but there are still... The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't...
By the way, we have some good news.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting.
Then you probably already know all about—
Celebration feast?
Huh? But didn't Nilu say it—
Per-
come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem— You and Kale are both Sino's close—
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some...
Huh? VIP—
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidya forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidya forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand.
Ah, right! We're here to—
You've recovered well.
Yay!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. What—
Is a simple reply.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon, we got your letters, so here we are! You're the best. Huh? Yeah, I had some—
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore you. Nilu is Sumeru's #1.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances, because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time.
Nonsense, it is. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find...
I don't want you giving pictures of me to everyone. There's always a lot going on at the Yeah. Traveler and Paimon, could you help if for some reason they didn't... Yeah, we can also check out how... When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia wasn't asked for Sino. I'm not too sure about Ramon's, but as for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's... Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask... Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone, but you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking for...
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't... Don't tell me everyone's here looking for...
No way! We're strictly...
Ah, I see.
Should be around here somewhere, right? Oh,
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book.
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen.
Oh, you sound surprised.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not...
Well, I almost became a saint.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that?
Maybe it's because you've never said
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you...
Oh, you see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you.
It seems that you're...
Ha!
Well, then you might as well move...
Are you threatening me? Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your...
Don't get me started. I get angry just think...
So, what great...
Like I need to tell you.
No, I think we deserve to know.
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of our... which is truly Hold on, wait a second. What do you...
Well, while you were out fiddling around...
Ha! And you...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices...
Huh? What no...
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilou. Nilou said she sent out a letter.
If she addressed the letter to Al-Haytham of the academia, then I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after...
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 Among the 6 great sages, there is one. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools?
Yes. Normally,
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Huh?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the...
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs with... And the first thing I'll do is reject Kashaw.
By the way, who was that other person?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could which is exactly why...
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast.
All right, I'll see you there.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could you...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinnersad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short. and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru, and as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight, so he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But, wait.
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Orm?
Oh, did...
She heard that you were seen in Port Orm.
Huh. It was probably... My lady has been very energetic lately.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so...
So what it really sounds like is...
I bet the letter's at the reception.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never...
Sorry to make you...
It must be something important.
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating...
Great! I'll be...
Count me in, too. But is there some sort of dress...
Since it's being organized by Nilou...
All right.
The feast will be held in 2...
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh, by the way...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned... As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only... Don't mention it.
All right, I'm... It's been a while since we last visited. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tainari agreed...
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment.
And Tainari...
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought...
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills.
But why are you just
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean...
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief, but you know one of the people...
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert.
Roman!
Oh.
Oh!
Don't worry, these are...
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here. Really.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I suppose I've decided to leave.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. I will no longer pursue research like a typical.
I can see.
I plan to leave the academia.
Wow.
Sataria will return to support education. She can't teach everyone on her own, but
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude. That is the true meaning of.
the people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. The stars have always guided caravans. Thieves, soldiers.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to me.
At first, I fear, as you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were light. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path. Sataria. These words sparked something, and I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with my plan was able to go smooth.
You're all doing so
Aside from that, I also have some other.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here know.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this.
This is the first time in Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom, I hope people with...
Enough about us.
No, not at all. Neither wanted to. A celebration at the feast will also. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This...
It's rare to see that kind of.
No, not really.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. The messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before. You and the art, you please keep dancing. And so.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along. ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we? It's just...
I propose that the last one who arrived.
Nah, there won't be any
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some great...
Everything looks quite good.
Wow. Paimon can't... Whoa. It's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing. food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that led us